Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Play fake, looking to throw. Wasting no time, he's going to go deep on the first play. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Steps out at the 9-yard line. What a play by the defense.
Chris, I cannot believe the very first play of the national title, we've already got a turnover. I think the quarterback really trusted his receiver, tried to put it in there, and the defense capitalizes by being able to get their eyes on the football to come up with that interception.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Third down and goal for the offense. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. We'll take a deep shot. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Now here comes the point after attempt. And there's the point after. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. In the clear at the 25. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Inside give now from the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Price. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Chris, sometimes the quarterback's just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. It's exactly what he's able to do here. Found a way to pick up the first down.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
Well, this offense better get it together. First sack in the game, and it's by a defensive back to try to set the tone.
Second down now after the sack. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll try the right here. Running through the tackle. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you get a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They'll run it to the left. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Snags the quick throw. It's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Toss play to the outside. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
And it's a bunch formation. They'll look to throw it here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Nice grab. It's Pena. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. The last possession, he moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Throws to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 10, Notre Dame 7.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 10-point game.
North Carolina 17, Notre Dame 7.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He'll hand it off. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. Seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the handoff again. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Caught behind the line. It's Pena. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Using his legs. It's slow. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Long enough and good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He flips it to the back across the middle.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at midfield. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
Here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina. Just ran away from the defense. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. So cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Grab behind the line, it's McCray. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Offense getting set. It's second down. Going with the old counter run here. Tackle made after just a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Notre Dame needing to convert this fourth down. Looking for a gap. It's low. Worked out of the 46. Good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and go get a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. With the catch, it's low. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. He's got it open man downfield, and it's caught all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense is short of the 1st down marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he's got his man open downfield. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. Pass caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Checks this down to the running back. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
1st and 10 play coming up. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Notre Dame.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Well, that's another huge game for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They moved him around, giving him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, UNC. Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down, looking to throw the football. Extending the play now. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. This will likely be the last play of the half. The DB's backing off from the line now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick this deep to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They get the second half started with their running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Bringing pressure. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Good job by the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down marker.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Well, it doesn't take long to figure out what kind of adjustments they made at halftime. Here we are, the very first series to start the second half in the championship game, and they're taking shots downfield. They clearly see matchups they want to take advantage of.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What makes a really good counterplay is selling it to the defense. You're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
They break the huddle for 3rd down and goal, and they punch it in from the 1. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Second down after that previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. As a design quarterback keeper. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense on a 4th down stop.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play, defense finally brings him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down play coming up. Looking for a gap. It's low. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. And they stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this and picking up that 1st down.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he finds his target. He has the 1st. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pena. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the point after is good. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Remember, last time, they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down here for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On first down, it's play action. Looking for the wideout. And it's incomplete. That's a risky throw on first down. Lucky to avoid the interception there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Keeping it on the ground here. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they go in front here in the second half. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? As the first down still on the move. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. It's incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route, and now the offense faces a 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And they heave it deep downfield. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Makes a quick grab. Finds room at the 30. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Now they line up to kick the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
3rd and long. If this defense gets a 3rd sack in a row, this place will come unhinged. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Here we go now, 3rd and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
This one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to throw again. And it falls incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted by North Carolina. And the Tar Heels take over 1st and
10. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They settle for a out here. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the beatdown continues. Can you believe it? The PAT is no good.
That keeps the score. North Carolina 54, Notre Dame 31.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. offense comes back out onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Pulls it in. It's Pena. Breaking free at midfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
It's a quick grab. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability of getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right, but instead he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hands.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in, and he'll be brought down.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Look at the pass here on 2nd down. We pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Now, the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And it's picked off in the end zone. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game. An offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win? And they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the North Carolina Tar Heels.